Hello, guys. This is King Harp. Thank you for being on my channel and liking my sound bites and being with me, guys, out there. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I just come here to elaborate on the reality of things and get people to be more aware because I consider myself an awareness person and a community-based awareness person and social awareness, and that's very important. And first of all, I always say something about COVID 19 right now due to this historic crisis that we experience in our society, and we will be okay. We understand that there's been a hype, and there has been some things happening in that area, and it's a hype in the media also. And we understand that we should practice safety precautions and, social distancing and guidelines in terms of this element, and we will continue to do so. And my prayers are with everyone. Now, lately, I've been talking about different things, but as I talk about immigration, it seems that people are more touched by that, and I understand why. As a communications person, I understand why. As social science, I understand it. That is a social crisis. It is it's a very big concern. It's a culture shock. It's a social crisis because we know the development of community. It starts with family, and then it also goes into community, where it takes a community to raise family and to raise even children. That's even biblical. But when our community has been invaded by um, people who false represent themselves, imposters, which are aliens, then the reason we say that you're alien when you're from someone else and you are in our country illegally is because you are an alien. You're an alien person. You're in someone else's country of origin, pretending to be them, exchanging in their resources, in their tax dollars, and inside their parroting their organizations. That's something that you're doing illegally and something you shouldn't be doing in terms of how it's set up. And that's what we call loopholes. So when you say you don't want to be called an alien, then you're telling me you don't want to be called something that you are. And you don't want me to speak truth to power. You want to demise my integrity in terms of a true and real element, in terms of a reality that I have to experience as eating the failure. And as an American, especially a black American, as an American, I have to experience eating a failure in terms of what you've been allowed to do. And that's to demise my experience, my social experience, not only my business experience, for me to be safe in terms of financial and business opportunity. Because now you have a loophole where you can push me out the way because you're cheaper and you come from a cheaper labor place where you just want to have a chance with someone else's development and endeavors, because the endeavors of the United States is my blood lineage, and so other Americans that have a blood lineage historic anchor in the society. And you come here and exchange in that and force us to be waiting in line or to be second in terms of how you're doing it or how you're allowed to do it, because you're not doing this on your own. There's businessmen, white liberals, and other people who are in business who allow you, because they're saving money, to demise the American public. And not only that, I want to talk about that because I know people want to hear that and people need to hear it, and it speaks truth to power. You're not going to tell me not to speak truth to power and demise my integrity because you don't want to be called something, because you're offended by something. Well, you can't be in someone else's house breaking rules in someone else's house on their time, on their money, and on their soul tie, breaking rules and asking them to respect you in terms of saying something different than what you actually are. You are into thievery. It's set up in criminal status. That's what you're doing. You're in my house. You're exchanging in my value, in my endeavor, my inheritance, different things of that sort, and forcing me to demise in terms of social, politically, and economically. This is what's happening, and it's happening now massively. That's why it's very important. Now, black politicians, it's time for me to talk to you. Black politicians, you are a problem. A lot of you guys that are mayors, governors, that are black politicians, that's so much standing for people that are in the country illegally, that are doing all these elements and are forced to be in all these elements, which demise your blood lineage. You are a fool, and you do not work and serve the people. You serve a party, and that may be so happen to be big government, main government, and that is the Democrat Party. And some of you guys are Republicans, but you're hiding. You are a basically an ally to immigration due to the fact that you probably have money tied into those groups when they're working construction sites and owning companies or certain different things like that. So we have a traitor among our government that's causing a law to be broken in a very massive way. And this is a problem. It causes social war and political war. And it can even become physical, but it has not. So, however, we're going to speak truth to power today. We're going to speak truth to power tomorrow and forevermore, because this is our land of opportunity. We've built it, and we've put into it even blood sacrifice. So we can speak truth to power. This is our way and our opportunity as a free moral agent and as Americans in our home to speak value to what we have, but that belongs to us as a family and as a community. And for you to try to undermine that and undermine our talking points is basically offensive and very rude, and it's also annoying. So I will tell you that you're not going to get away with the talking points of us not speaking truth to power, because now it's come to a place where we're tired of it. And I would say again, before I get on the subject of black politicians, and I'll let you guys go, you guys standing up for these situations due to the fact that you use as puppets for a big government, the Democrat Party. And the reason I say big government is because basically they run the government in terms of what they have been as a party of government in the political arena. So they have been a brand of power, and they're called main government and big government. And now black people are emulating power. You're not having any self-preservation as mayors, lawyers, and people of authority and lawmakers. You're representing and emulating a power source and not working for the people and serving the people in terms of reality and what's true and what's false and what's in the law, instead of what the narrative that's been painted. And you guys are helping that as mayors and governors, especially black people. I know black people that have served illegals in Atlanta, Georgia, working for Congress, who fought against Nathan Deal to keep them from having to go by mandatory e-verify. Mandatory e-verify would have been something to keep them out of our job system, and they would have been detoured to go back and have the integrity of maintaining their own home and own country, and not being a person of thievery and using loopholes to demise someone's experience of no fault of our own. But thank you for joining me. And black politicians, please be astute and understand that you're demising your family and your blood lineage in terms of the American public with immigration and illegal immigration. It's just telling people to do what's right. I don't have two homes. I don't have dual citizenship anywhere else. And they shouldn't be able to come here and have dual citizenship and demise our experience as middle-class citizens. Please understand that. However, my time is running out here, and I just want to do a short little segment on you guys to let you know thank you for joining me. This is Harp. Continue to subscribe, hit the notification button.